Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we are showing you how to make these Kirkland inspired design wreaths. They both have the Merry Christmas sign. They're simple, easy to make, and will be a great addition to your Christmas decor. Go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned and check out these two different simple designs. I purchased my sign for both of these wreaths from the Dollar Tree. This one here is gold. They had it in a gold and a red the day that I was in the store. It has tons of glitter on it. So what I want to do is try to remove some of that glitter. I'm going to use a little hand sander that has sandpaper on all four sides. I've purchased this from Walmart and I've used it on several different projects. I'm just going to lightly sand over it to try to get some of that glitter off. And then once I remove a lot of the glitter, I'm going to go back and spray paint it. And I'm going to spray paint it with a galvanized steel color. And I want it to look like the sign from Kirkland's, and it looks like a galvanized steel or galvanized metal looks to be the color of that sign. I purchased my grapevine wreath from Hobby Lobby, and it's a 24-inch wreath. The wreath in Kirkland's is advertised as a 24-inch wreath. The one from Hobby Lobby is appears to be a little bit thicker in the picture. It was $8.99 and then 40% off, so it was about $5.75 or $5.77 for the wreath. And I'm going to attach my Merry Christmas sign with some zip ties. You can purchase zip ties from the Dollar Tree. They come in a package of a couple different sizes. And this is a small size, and it's a clear. So the M and the Y on Merry in the word Merry has a little hole, and I'm running through that hole and then just attaching it through a part of the grapevine wreath. And you want to get this nice and secure and tight, and then you can spin around that clasp and cut it off with some wire clippers. I used 4 zip ties. I attached it in the M and the Y, and then I went around the C and the S. And the sign has a tendency to kind of want to fold in the middle. So with the C and the S, you want to pull it really tight on both of those sides to make the sign extend so it doesn't have that fold there in the center. These are the floral items that I used to decorate the wreath. The garland here I purchased from the Dollar Tree. It came in a 15-foot roll. I didn't use the whole roll, probably 3/4 of a roll. I just clipped it off in different pieces, and I spray painted it with a white spray paint to give it that snow look. And the pine cones, I spray painted those with some white spray paint too. The closed looking pine cones came in a pack from Hobby Lobby, and we had those when we decorated a deer in the fall, if you want to see that video. And the smaller pine cones I just found out in the yard. And then the red berries I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I didn't put any white spray paint on those. I just left those the bright red color. So I'm just working my way around the wreath here. The evergreen works great up against the grapevine. Since it already has the wire in there, I'm just sliding it in place where I want it and twisting it a little bit on the bottom to secure it. This makes it feel really snug and secure in place. You can use a glue gun if you want it a little tighter. I am using a glue gun on the pine cones just since they're a little bit heavier, and I kind of wanted to position those around in place and have some of them turn in different ways. So you can use a few more, a few less, depending on how full that you're wanting your wreath to look. And just keep building your wreath. Add a few of the red berries, and then I went back and filled in some more of the garland. I actually took a piece and ran it through the grapevine there up in the center and folded it in half, so you have half on one side and half on the other to make it stick up there to give it some of that height right in the middle. And then I just went back and continued to add a few more pine cones and more garland just to make it look nice and full, and trying to cover up most of that grapevine there in the bottom. This wreath has a beautiful rustic look. That snowed on the pine cones and the evergreen really make those red berries pop out. It's a simple design, easy to make, and we're showing you how to make it at a much lower cost than you can buy this in the store. So I want to show you my finished wreath. This is up against a brick background, and then I'm going to show it to you up against a white background. This is a really simple, easy wreath to make. You can make this wreath for $12 or under, depending on the paint that you have. You can purchase white spray paint for 97 cents at Walmart. The galvanized steel or metallic paint may cost you $3 to $4. They do have small containers. In Walmart, if you don't want to spray paint, there are metallics for about $2. The sign, the garland, and the berries I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And then I found some of the small pine cones around my home and the closed pine cones we had from another project. But you can purchase those from Hobby Lobby for around $4. And there's several pine cones that come in that pack. So we're going to move on to wreath number 2. So stay tuned for that, the next design. For wreath number 2, I purchased a 24-inch evergreen wreath at Walmart, and this was $4.88, so that's a great value. It has just a little slight shimmer to some of the branches, and I'm just opening them here to give it a fuller effect. My sign, if you look back in the first wreath, that will show you how I painted the sign, and then I'm just attaching it here. The sign came from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to attach it on with some zip ties. There is a hole in the M and in the Y that you can attach to your wreath here. So I'm just running it around a piece of that evergreen and then through the top of the sign there just to secure it. And you want to get that tight, and then you can clip off any of that left over with some wire clippers. I'm going to use 3 zip ties to attach here. I put one on the M, the Y, and then around the S. I felt like just those 3 made it really good and secure, and you can move the evergreen branches around to cover that up so you don't see those zip ties, but they're clear so they blend in really good up against the sign. The pine cones on this wreath are a little bit larger scale pine cones, and you can probably purchase some of these big ones at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. I haven't seen the bigger sizes at the Dollar Tree. I was fortunate enough to just find some of these outside. One of my kids actually said they had those all over the school, so we were really fortunate to be able to just get them there. I just took some white spray paint. You can get white spray paint for 97 cents at Walmart, and lightly spray painted my pine cones, and I just positioned them around where I wanted them. And then I'm going to go back and take a glue gun and glue these down where I want them. And it doesn't take a whole lot of glue. I'm just hitting it maybe about 3 dots there, or 3 little small amounts of glue with my glue gun to hold these down. And this wreath appears to have some frosted blueberries on it and some light colored eucalyptus branches. So I found my berries at the Dollar Tree. I just purchased the white beads in the floral, the Christmas floral, and then I had some dark ones left from fall, and then I just spray painted them with the blue spray paint. If you don't have a blue spray paint and you've got blue acrylic paint, use that, and you can get blue acrylic paint for 97 cents at Walmart. And then I went back with the white spray paint over the blueberries to give them that snowed or that frosted look. And all I did was slid them in place and twisted the evergreen around the blueberries to hold them in place. And you can hit them a little bit with the glue gun to get them a little bit more secure. And then I'm going to go back and add some eucalyptus. And the eucalyptus packs I got from Walmart, and it was about $2 for a pack. And all I did was cut it in a couple different pieces, so it gave me about 5 different little pieces there. And I'm just going around and sliding it into my wreath, and then you can twist some of that evergreen around it to hold it good and secure in place. And you can use a glue gun if you want to make it a little bit more secure. The evergreen seems to be secure and everything though really get in place by just twisting it around, so it already has that wire there in place. And the eucalyptus, that lighter color, really gives it a good contrast up against that dark wreath. And then the snowed and the blueberries, they really have a really pretty color together. I also took some garland that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut it in a couple different pieces, and I hit that with some white spray paint, and I put about 5 or 6 of those little branches in there and twisted it around just to give it some more contrast or a little bit more shading in my wreath to give it a little bit of that white or that snowed look. And I put about 5 of those branches of garland and positioned those around on my wreath. So here's my finished wreath. I just wanted to show you where I put the eucalyptus and the blueberries, and just position those around where you want them to fill in to give you that nice contrast. This wreath has a lot of those cool winter colors, so if you're decorating with the cool or the snow theme for your Christmas decor, this would be a perfect wreath for you to use in your design. The colors really go well together, and this was a really simple design. I want to show it to you hanging on bricks, and then we're going to show it to you on a white background too, just so you can see the different contrast in the colors. So here it is on the white background. It looked great on a white door. And then here is the brick background. It really makes that silver sign pop out. This is really an easy wreath to make. You can make this for such an inexpensive price. Obviously the sign at Kirklands is metal, but I purchased the sign from the Dollar Tree. I purchased the berries for $1 from the Dollar Tree. The eucalyptus was about $2 something from Walmart, and the wreath was $4.88 at Walmart. And then the pine cones we found at the school. And if you already have some white spray paint, you can definitely make this wreath for around $8 or maybe even cheaper if you already have the paints. If you do have to purchase the metal colored spray paint, it's around $3 to $4. Easy design. This looks great outside to have in your Christmas decor. We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know which wreath you like the best. Subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other seasonal DIY videos. We have several other wreaths to come, and we have some outdoor signs if you want to decorate your outdoor living spaces. And then we also have a tier tray that we're going to have out this week too. Thanks again for watching.